Oh, I mean, our parents were kinda cool, but they're trying to find out what we were up to. We were just doing things young people ain't love to. What we were up to, saying, why were you creeping out late last night? And I said to the shadows creeping on your bedroom door. The Tuesday turn on, can you feel me? Have the content gone. I don't know why my Bluetooth headset is not connecting. Sometimes it just does that, yeah. On the TV, can you feel me? Can you feel me? I like Greg Davis' voice so much. Ba, 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 ba. So, can you feel me? Do, 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 do. Talk about it. Whenever close those glass, open this door. Because I'm feeling kind of hot. Pepper is going to check me out. Let's hope that um let's hope that the whatever noise from the outside does not get unbearable. If it starts to get unbearable, maybe I'll have to shut the door. But then I wanted to make it easy, using my headset. But I don't know, for some reason my Bluetooth headset is not connecting. Let me try it again. Uh-huh. Finally, it's connected. So tell me why you were not connecting before. So I just came here to chat. My name is King. Um, I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. Welcome to the live stream today. How is everybody doing today? I'm going to sneeze in a bit now. Don't know. I'm not sure it's going to come out, but I want to acknowledge it and not let it pass away in obscurity. There was a sneeze here. Oh, won't come out though. Just another Friday, stepped in my ride. Bam, bam, bounce to the rhythm. I wish I could play music on stream here, but copyright wahala. Please leave a message after the tone. Well, I mean, our parents are kinda cool, but they're trying to find out what we were up to. We were just doing things and people we love to. We were up to. Saying, why were you creeping out late last night? And I saw two shadows up in your bedroom door. And you left to where you let it dressed in like, can you feel me? How about it? When I'm singing it with my song, I remember the lyrics, but if I'm trying to sing it without the music, it's as if I don't know what I'm singing, but I do know what I'm singing. Can you feel me? All I am is be checking up on you, baby. Hello, why were you creeping out late? That's like the bridge chorus now. The first chorus, I can somehow can't remember it. Can you feel me in? Mm, 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 mm. Is be checking up on you, baby. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Do 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 do. That's the only song, Greg David song on my phone right now. But I think I want to download this other one that's very popular. Um, 7 Days. What was he singing? Um, what's the name of that song? How does 7 Days start? Um, um, on Monday, took her for a drink on Tuesday. Maybe, maybe making, maybe make it rice on Wednesday, and on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We chilled on Sunday. Ah, dun dun, dun dun, dun dun dun. Fooled me all night long. Ooh, I'm the way she kicked it. Why? Oh, why? I'm not the man that always be there. I'm not the man to play around, baby. I'm not the man that even really fair. All you gotta do is just call me Monday. Took her for a drink on Tuesday. We'll be making rice by Wednesday. And on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, chilled on Sunday. Okay, I can't repeat that chorus again. So let's let's sing the one that used to make me cry whenever I got caught up listening to it. Yeah, that one, the one that's made me cry is that I'm walking away from troubles in my life. I'm walking away. Find a better day. I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away. Find a better day. Sometimes some people get me wrong. But it's something I've said or done wrong. Somehow you feel there is no fear. Don't make me correct myself. I wanna realize nobody wanna compromise. And I saw you see those signs, spreading those lies, yeah. No, I realize too many sleepless nights. Random things, sad to say lately, I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away. Find a better day. I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away. I wanna find a better day. Forgotten all of the lyrics now. And what other cool Greg David song? Anyway, that film again is still in my head. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Dum do 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 do. Feel me in. Dun 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 dun. Let's talk about it. I'm on the go and ask me to come around and say, hey girl, come right about. I'm not doing one. Just another Saturday, just in my ride. And get bounce to the rhythm. It was early morning, and I gave you my jacket. You felt cold in the home. Oh, I mean, our parents were kinda cool, but they trying to find out what we were up to. Yeah, just doing things young people we love do. Parents trying to find out what we were up to. Say, why were you creeping out late last night? Honey, TV turned on, can you feel me in? Uh, Said you were coming. So I told last night, but sure, didn't ask for when you left. You're dressed in white, but now you're dressed in black. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Dum 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 dum. do 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 do. And and let's see. There's this one that I'm thinking about now. If I'm talking about like Craig David now, I'll talk about Westlife, obviously. And we have to talk about Westlife. So Westlife, let's think about the song that comes to mind is Lay My Love on You. So Lay My Love on You E.Ts. Um da 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 dun 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 dun. Just a smile and the rain is gone. Can hardly believe it. Yeah, there's an angel standing next to me, reaching for my heart. To just a smile and there's no way back. Can hardly believe it. Yeah, there's an angel calling me, reaching for my desire. I believe it's okay, 'cause you changed my world. I lay my love on you, it's all I wanna do. Every time I breathe, I feel burnt. You open up my heart, show me all your love and walk right through. As I lay my love on you. I was lost in a lonely place, can hardly believe it. Yeah, holding on to yesterdays far, far too long. Like a once in a lifetime, you changed my world. I lay my love on you. You make me feel brand new. Show me your love and walk right through. Oh yeah, as I lay my love on you. Do, da, I never knew the love could feel so good. Ah, I lay my love on you. It's all I wanna do. Every time I breathe, I feel brand new. You open up my heart, show me all your love and walk right through. As I lay my love on you. But that's a lie. I think the most famous Westlife song, famous now that I'm an adult, is that Soledad is fun. When I was younger, I hated it because it was too sad. Because I didn't understand why he was crying about somebody. Like, why are you crying? What's going on here? You know? Um, I feel like I think I want to get more into, like, I don't know if it's a function of Nigeria, but I didn't really I didn't really explore all these like American bands growing up here. It was mostly British bands, British boy bands and all that. All of these Green Day, My Chemical Romance, I didn't know them until much, much later after YouTube was a thing. I now discovered all those American bands, but like, it wasn't the same as growing up with Westlife, and I think we also listen to Backstreet Boys, and that's an American band, so whatever man. So I just made a whole mess of my mixing with the On my way to see a friend. And this girl who blocks me from me. I know, the road is away. You must have been about a quarter past 3. In front of me. And a beautiful honey with a beautiful body. She asked me for the time. She asked me for the time. Oh, not that she asked me for the time. Um, anyways, that was interesting. I feel like I can't continue this thing on here. Maybe I need to change the needles. Needles are kind of hampering me. This is my book. This song. It's not from the poem. This book of poems by Aidan. Thank you. Um, but this book of poems, I've not read something called The Fish, The Ghost of the Air. Oh, this is different too. The Island in Common Times. Okay, I have read this. No, I have not read this. No, I'm not going to read this. Let's read another one. The Weed Among the Wind Among the Reeds. It's another collection. It's another collection. I think this is another collection. Marked by the year 1899. Collection of the lover and the rose is different. It's marked by another time period here. Let's see. Yeah, the rose is marked by the period 1893. Now, the wind among the reeds. Chocolate boy Abu, welcome to the chat. Welcome. Um, I'm reading poetry books today. So this collection is. I'm fine. I'm fine. This collection is written or published 1899. As usual, Irish style of speaking, very um, unique, and I don't even have any expectation. Time in my place, I think we're almost at 4 o'clock in the evening, 4 p.m. Um, with the wind among the reeds, Ireland or Irish people, the way they um, speak is very unique. Yeah, obviously they have their own language, but they're colonized by the British, so their English is, has been. Their English is very different. I'm going to try to read these poems, but I'm not having any big expectation of understanding the themes or even what you're saying exactly. But I will read it because sometimes maybe a line might just jump out. Title of this one is The Hosting of the Sidhe. I don't know, that is not correct, I'm sure. Sidhe. I don't know how that is pronounced, but Kale. I think this is Kale. Give up. Give up. I know this is Neve. This is an Irish name, Neve. So yeah, I do not understand what I just read, but I like this part where Neve starts to say, away, come away, empty your heart of its mortal dream. The winds are waking, the leaves well round, our cheeks are pale, our hair is unbound, our breasts are heavy, our eyes are gleam, our arms are waving, our lips are apart. And if any gaze on our rushing band, we come between him and the deed of his hand. We come between him and the hope of his heart. I like that. I really like that. So I can't really say exactly what this person is, what the author is, or who, what is going on, to be honest. So let's go to the next one. The Everlasting Voices. Oh, it's like I jumped some pages. I think I read this last week. Everlasting Voices is interesting. Um, oh, sweet everlasting voices, be still. Go to the guards of the heavenly fold and bid them wonder, obeying your will. Flame under flame till time be no more. Have you not heard that our hearts are old? That you call in birds, in wind on the hill, in shaking boughs, in tide on the shore. Oh, sweet everlasting voices, be still. And that's the end of the poem. I read this last week, the mood and the lover tells of the rose in his heart, and I discussed it a lot with my subscriber then. So maybe I should just move on to another poem here. This one is titled "The Host of the Year" and it's quite lengthy. Um, this entire page, from here to all of here, it's very lengthy, and I know I'm going to get confused or lost. But I'm going to read it. If anything sticks out or anything, it's so funny that I live close to a mechanic's shop, and sometimes it's just very that, very that. But I have to open the door because of ventilation. I have to open the door for ventilation sake. Okay, let me try this again. Yeah? Let me try this again. I wanted to have like an easy chatting with everybody, but for now, there is only persons. There are just persons like in my chat usually. Yeah, maybe one or two people like are present, one or two persons present in my chat. So I don't really know if I can have like a chat with people on here. Yeah? It's just anyways, I keep showing up here. Maybe one day, I would have this whole, maybe one day, people would um uh find no, let's not go one day, let's go every day. Let's stay in the present. Yeah, let's stay in the present. Let's chat about stuff. Actually, there was something on my mind I wanted to talk about here. um what else to talk about? Something on my mind I want to talk about here. But I don't know how to address it without um, feeling as if I'm kind of preaching or something. Oh, my own preaching is not in context of religion or God or any nonsense like that. Yeah, it's just talking about random things that I like speaking about. Yes. Ugh, how am I going to talk about it now? Maybe if I just start from something simple. We can flow easily through that. Trench coat button to the top. I cut off the collars of the dress because of sensitivity issues. Am I the only? No, I'm not the only, obviously. Like, there are a lot of people that have sensitivity issues. And when I was way younger, I used to be scared of, you know, ruining my clothes because, your parents are not going to allow you to cut your clothes anyhow with scissors. But now that I have freedom and autonomy, whenever I just feel something off about the texture of my clothes or some kind of lining of my clothes that pisses me off, I just get my huge scissors and snip, 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 snip it. And I feel so much happier, wearing it. So that's what I did to this dress. I snipped off the over large collars and now I feel so comfortable with wearing it all the time. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about something. What did I want to talk about? Mm, wait, let me invite my friend. If my friend will give me advice. I know it's not a Christmas, it's just October. But some places are experiencing snow already, okay? And for me, snow is associated with Christmas. I associate snow with Christmas. Oh my god. But the funny thing about Christmas for me, I think it is more like exciting. Every year I notice myself, I started noticing myself, like I get more excited in the days leading up to the 25th than on the day of, yeah. I don't know why. It's just what do they call this? Christmas carols, yeah. I start to play Christmas carols from like the 5th of December, and then I start to look outside, for people's festivity, like people's festive spirit. I don't know if like people, I know people, other people experience it here, but like, do you ever like walk around in the world, yeah, wherever you are, and you look at people, and you wonder how their lives are, in their own lives. I don't know how to say it. Like, okay, let's use Christmas for an example. Yeah, like when I was like, I like to notice if people, get into this festive spirit, for some reason. Like they just, I wonder if they feel the same excitement that I feel, and I want them to feel the same excitement that I feel because me being aware that they feel excited, it kind of increases my own excitement as well. It's like let's be excited together, let's sing Christmas carols together, let's exchange gifts, even if this person is just in a different car on a different lane of the road and I'm also in another vehicle opposite them or beside them here on the road, and it's like, oh, I wonder where this person is going home to. I wonder the kind of nights this person is going to have. um, One day I'll be free of these dogs. That day is not today. Oh my god. Oh my god. Before I used to resent these dogs here, but now it's like I feel sorry for them here because their condition is very, very bad. I don't think the neighbors care, their owners care for them as is expected of, having puppies or having dogs here. I think they are very much neglected, and now they feel very like they've not adapted to their living environment up till now. Um, Little things, give them a fright. They are scared of little things. They are very sensitive to strangers. And when I mean strangers, I mean people that live in the compound with them. It's like by now people should be, have a camaraderie or something like that. But no, they don't. So I feel so sorry for them. And so now that's why every time they start to like interrupt my videos or they make noise in the background by barking, like I end up having to laugh because I cannot be angry at them. I literally cannot muster up irritation for the way they are behaving because I feel like they're just suffering, you know. So it's like sorry on top of your disturbance, you know, that you are doing to me, like sorry and all of that. But anyways, what I was talking about, yeah, I was talking about people's excitement. Yeah, I get very curious, you know, when I watch people on the street, when I watch people outside. Yeah, like when I go outside and I see people on the road, people living their lives. Yeah, it's like I wonder, you know, where you're going to today. I wonder how your day is going today. Not as if I care too much, like, oh, I want to take care of you or I want your life to be easier, you know, even though that's not bad. It's just, I'm just curious, you know, like in a festive season, yeah, like I wonder if they also feel this excitement that I feel. I wonder if they also feel like, you know, jumping up and down and screaming from the rooftops with joy, you know, all of those things. I feel for them, like, should I just load this stop? Because now they're getting very busy this evening. I should have said it earlier on here that people should subscribe. But if people are like leaving the chat so quickly, yeah, I don't think, you know, they would be interested in subscribing. Yeah. So anyways, um, what was I talking about? Excitement. Yeah, I love feeling excited, and I wonder whenever I feel excited, I kind of want people um, to also feel that excitement that I'm feeling, because my excitement is, I I want. I wish my excitement could be contagious. Yeah, I wish when I feel excited, people around me feel excited as well. Um, for some reason, like it makes my excitement more secure, because if I'm the only one feeling excited or whenever I'm the only one feeling excited, I feel so worried, yeah, that the excitement is going to pop and disappear and I'll be sad and low. So I usually want everybody around me to be, you know, as excited as I am, or for whatever reason, yeah. But anyway, that's just my feeling about Christmas. When people wait for 25th of December to feel happy and joyous about this season here, I've already spent from maybe the 5th of December till the 24th of December, you know, feeling all of the joy of happiness, all of the joy of Christmas here before that day. So when that day comes and I'm just exhausted, like, oh, I'm so tired, you know, when that day comes and I'm so tired, it's like, um, it's just interesting. It's just an interesting place to be here, where it feels as if the entire world is having a party, but you want to stay home, you know, and you know, rest basically. Oh, okay. So. I wish I could, you know, solve my puzzles on stream, but it's very difficult. Thank you very much, Aubrey. Thank you for saying that. How are you today, Aubrey? How are you today, Aubrey? Okay, it's my phone that is. Let's see. Okay, happy to see you today. I think you were on my stream yesterday as well. Okay, so I actually want to talk about this movie here that I watched. This horror movie that I watched. Um, and one thing about horror movies for me, yeah. Oh, for real? Thank you. That's so interesting. Like, I'm happy that you check up for me. That's interesting. I've also heard somebody also say that think I also heard somebody say that like they actually end up stopping by sometimes like staying. I mean, so that after they've been seeing my streams and all of that, and they'll just like see and pass on, and then they'll come back and see and pass on. So eventually they started like showing up, you know, regularly, and that was nice. Okay, what you also do like is also nice. I think that's interesting. So every time you pop in, just say hi. So I'll say hi and I'll, you know, recognize you. So I was talking about this movie here that I saw some weeks ago, and I was talking about is a horror movie. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Aubrey. I hope you have fun with my streams going forward, and you know somehow you start to enjoy my content here, whatever like it is that I present here on my streams. So I was talking about a horror movie here that I saw 2 weeks ago or something like that, and it's this kind of horror movie where time is not exactly linear, and there's all of this. Thank you, Aubrey. Thank you so much for saying that. So there is this I feel so happy. So there's this like the horror movie is set, like in a time frame that is not linear, as if we are watching something that has already happened, but in the same time the characters have not experienced it yet, or something like that, so no, I'm not a teacher. Are you the one that said I look like a teacher one time like that? If not, that's so cool. Like a lot of people have told me that I look like a teacher then. Not a lot, no, it's not like we're plenty here, but some people have mentioned that I give off teacher vibes, and I think that is like a very big compliment to me. I hope I'm able to, express my teacher energy in like I don't know, career opportunity or something like that, yeah. I'm giving teacher vibes. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Why is this thing falling off now? It's okay. I'll take it as a compliment. Yeah, I like these dogs are just making my life extra. Oh my god. I don't know why they are agitating this, like they are irritating these dogs. So anyway, sorry for the noise of the dogs. I hope one day I'm able to prevent such noises. What do you want me to teach you? Sometimes I talk about, books, poetry, even maths, so mathematics. So what do you want me to teach you exactly? I'll think I would check it out and see if I can teach you that. What do you want me to teach you, Aubrey? Okay. Books. I do crochet sometimes, I do crochet. This is actually a knitting project I started, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to complete it because the process is very difficult. What else? Mostly books and you know crochet and knitting. I don't know if I can say I write because I've only just started and it's been kind of tough. Thank you, Aubrey. Thank you. Do you want me to teach you how to crochet or to knit? I just know a little about knitting, but I know a bit more about crochet. Or do you have a book that you find difficult to understand or to read? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a cool compliment. I hope you have plenty reasons to smile. Ça va bien, Touré. Et vous? Et tu? Comment vas-tu, Touré? Currently, yeah, I just finished reading one other book yesterday, but right now I have this poetry book I'm reading. And hello, Rai. Hello, Rai. Good night. Good evening. I have this book. It's a book of poems by this author E.Ts. And also I want to start reading Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Yeah, I decided to start that story now. Je vais très bien. C'est bon, Touré. C'est bon. Poetry, yes. Poetry is interesting. Also, I think Mary Shelley too is interesting. Frankenstein. Hello, Naveen. Welcome to the chat. I think Mary Shelley's Frankenstein should be interesting. Yeah, I've not begun the story because there are so many notes. Before you begin the story, I feel like when you read the notes, you are able to um, put the story in its proper context and feel what probably inspired Mary Shelley to write the story. Thank you so much, Sneed. I am always trying to increase my intelligence. I don't feel entirely that, but thank you so much. Naveen, I'm not going to cry today. I read a sad book yesterday, and the book, when I was retelling the story, or like in the book, I started crying. But it's okay. I'm done crying. I will try not to cry in with sad books, going forward. Although I can't promise that because I feel like I am very emotional. Yeah. Then I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but anytime I encounter like books, stories, or movies um, that can make anybody cry, I'm going to cry. You're smart, humble, and cute. Thank you, Naveen. So many compliments I'm getting today. Today must be my day. Thank you so much for that, for saying that. Thank you for saying that, Aubrey. I'm going to think about it very much. Thank you. So thank you for your kind words today. Um, how to say walk in French? Thank you, Aubrey. How to say walk in French? I want to say something to Ture, like how is walk? How is walk, Ture? How is today? How are you doing today? Ture, comment aujourd'hui? Aujourd'hui c'est bon? Aubrey, okay. I'll try to put you in my thoughts. I'll try to think of you in my thoughts as well. I mean, I'm always thinking, to some extent about my subscribers, and that is why, like, sometimes it's like, okay, I feel so much energy, and I'm like, okay, let me come on, let me stream today, you get, because I feel so much energy, and I feel like um, when I come online here and I see you guys, when I see people like you, Aubrey, or people like Naveen, you know, that energy, goes somewhere into interacting with people. Yeah. So I think to an extent, I think I'm always thinking about you guys. You know, I'll think about you. Don't worry. You're not just random in that sense. Okay. So I wonder, although something about me that I feel like I don't want to ask it right now because I don't have so big of an audience, but I wonder if um like what you'd like me to do. Now, I'm in a situation where I'm not entirely free. Also, I have a whole mental block about outside and going outside. But I wonder if you'd like me to do something for you on stream here. I don't know what it is. Maybe something within my um hobbies or the things I do on my channel. If you like me to do something, but to be honest, if I say like if you suggest something for me to do, if it involves me going outside, I don't want to do it. I feel this mental block about going outside and then filming. It's just stressful for me. Um, but then I can put it in a video. It's not like yeah, I don't like going outside like that. I only go outside when it's absolutely necessary for me. I don't know, there's this whole feeling like this discomfort I feel about stepping outside the house. I go outside, okay, I go outside, but it's just it has to be very necessary, you know. It's not dangerous, so it's not dangerous. It's just me. I have this mental block, you know. It's just I have this hello Vivi, welcome to the chat. I have this mental block that anytime I step outside, it takes a lot of effort, like I feel as if my body's on fire when I step outside. Like as if I feel as if my skin, is peeling because people are looking at me, that kind of thing. Um Like, what memory could there be associated with being outside? When I remember very well, like, I think from ages one, like from when I could walk and play as a child till I think maybe 7 years, 7 years of age, I was not afraid of going outside. But from 8, 9, 10, and growing up, I just started being scared of going outside. Yeah, I don't know. It's just as if whenever I go outside, I feel as if the entire world is looking at me. And then previous facilitating, Kakubasila. So I feel as if the entire world is looking at me. Yeah, it's not it's not that. It's just like stranger. Like when you go outside to a public space, there are always people in public spaces. Obviously, yeah, public spaces. But it's like I feel as if everybody's looking at me, and it's not as if everybody's looking at me that I'm scared that maybe people will hate me or people will not like me. I know people who are going to like me because I have a very friendly personality. Out and when I'm outside, I say hi, hello, good afternoon, but saying it, I feel as if my entire skin is on fire. I don't know if you understand. It feels as if my entire skin is like peeling. Uh, you know, yes, people don't give a fuck, obviously, yeah, but it's just in my mind. It feels as if my skin is peeling and it's burning because like fire. I feel as if I'm burning, yeah, and it's like I can't, and I start to sweat like everywhere. I start to sweat on the inside. Like I don't sweat on my face. I just sweat in my head and my inside start to sweat, and I'm like trying. Although I don't have all this like visible panic attacks because those ones like I've learned how to not have panic attacks outside, but it's just like I have to get home. I have to get home, and then when I get home, I have to like recover and breathe and remember and just like calm down, and it feels as if the fire stops when I enter inside my house. That thing has been there. When I was very, very small, I used to tell my parents that, oh, I'm so scared of going outside. Right, I know the way to, what I would say about facing it. I feel like facing it would help me. Yes, I strongly feel like facing it would help me because the only thing that also bothers me is the familiarity. If I'm in a place that people already know me, and it's not like they know me closely, it's like they know me as in, oh, I see this person every day. I say good morning to this person. I say hello to this person. That knowing of me, it makes me feel worse. But if I'm in a new environment that nobody knows me, like it doesn't feel so much as if my body's on fire. Yeah, it just feels like since nobody knows me, nobody will know that something. If I even think about it, it's like since nobody knows me, I sweat a little bit less, and I try to tell myself nobody knows me, nobody knows me, nobody knows me, like nobody looking at me, or nobody will notice me passing by. But because everybody around me, like in my living environment, they are used to me. I've lived there for a very long time, so every time I step out, I see this person is looking at me with the eyes of familiarity, and maybe they'll see something odd about me. Yeah. But if I'm in a new place, it's like okay, this person is looking at me. I don't care so much because they don't know anything about me, so I can hide in a way outside. It's interesting. That's why I love, like, whenever I leave home, man, I always feel very excited because I feel like I can explore new places because nobody knows me. I enjoy leaving home because it's always like, yes, let's go to a place where nobody knows me. Because then my adventures outside are much much easier than if I'm in a place that and again, wherever I'm going to, I can't stay there for too long without starting to feel the ick, you know? It's not just men I'm even scared of, even women, children. Like, I don't want anybody to perceive me outside, yeah? And it's just, when you have a personality that is friendly, like I'm that person that I try my best to make everybody feel very comfortable. So if I'm outside, I'll say things like, hello, good morning, I hope you have a good day, how are you today? All of those things. If I see a kid, I'm like, hello, kid, and all of that. So, and I find myself doing it like on autopilot, yeah. But I don't want to do it. Oh, married. Oh, I don't talk about marriage here. I don't talk about marriage. That's another way I want people not to know me on this live stream here. I don't talk about marriage or age or even jobs. I don't want people to know me. If not, I'll start to feel too seen, yeah. So I don't talk about marriage on here. That's just my rule. I don't talk about marriage or all of those things. I wonder. It's just my way of, creating a whole barrier of, you know, anonymity, yeah, on here. Um, but yeah, I feel like exposure therapy would help me. So that's why, I don't do this thing where I avoid going out when it's a very serious issue. I when I absolutely have to go outside, like if I have appointments, maybe work appointments or meetings or something, I have to go outside. I'll go outside, and somehow because like my brain understands that I have to do this thing, I don't feel so much fear attached to it like that. Why, Aubrey? How? I don't know how that's going to work. At the end of the day, we're still online, yeah. I don't. It's not about that. I guess it's just my thing. It's just my thing. Um, I feel like if if there's the whole conversation about friendship here, like I can still encourage friendships here through the limit of okay, emails, you can email me, you can DM me on Instagram, and all of that. But even at that, I'll still not say much outside. It's not something that you just get rid of at once or because you just met one person to just go away. Can't go away like that now. It have to be a process, and I'm the one that is in charge of that process. So I feel like for now that I still want the barriers up, that means I'm not ready to start the whole process of opening up and all of that, yeah. So anyways, that is just one of my hang-ups, but I will look into it. I've never actually thought about the idea that I could be experiencing what paranoia is. I've not actually thought of it. I've not thought of it, but I think I'm going to look it up on Google. I know Google is not a great source anymore because of AI and Gemini and all that nonsense. Yeah. But I don't know. I'll still look it up. Sha. Maybe I can find some studies that some other people have done, some professionals have done about it. Yeah. And it's not like I don't know. When you watch movies where there are characters that have this whole agoraphobia thing, yeah, you see them act out this whole falling and crippling, paralysis and all of that, mental paralysis and all of that, and sometimes they just stay inside their room and they never move, and it's like some people, like my own is not like that. My own is not as intense as those ones here. I think I can function with mine. Yeah, even especially when I was in like uni. Yeah, the way I'll do it is I'll just get a safe space, and once I have the safe space, it could be in my dorm, like when I was in university, like my dormitory, or it could be just on my bed because I was living with people in my dormitory. Yeah, so it could be just like in my hostel. I mean, I could live with people, but my bed, once I sat on my bed, yeah, I felt relief, you know. I felt peace, I felt safe, like as if the burning stops. Yeah, so I think my own is just once I get a harbor anywhere I am, I'm not afraid to like go outside and come back to my harbor, go outside, come back to my harbor. Yeah. um so I think in that way my own is not so extreme, you know. So I can't call it um agoraphobia. Yeah, I can't call it that because that is more, I don't know the definition of it. I studied economics in school. Studied economics in school or university. Aubrey, where are you from? I've not even asked. Sorry. Where are you from, Aubrey? Say hey. I live in Washington, D.C., United States. Oh, cool. Yeah, the second person I'm meeting from Washington. Like that place is a very popular place in your country. It's a very popular state in your country. Also, Washington has been in the news. I hope you are keeping safe, yeah? I hope you are safe and, away from all those horrors. I think I'm going to give you a new name, Lion Tao. I don't know. I think I have to create a name for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know it's capital, yeah, but I don't know. Obviously, since it's capital, it's popular, yeah, it's popular in the country and all of that. I understand, yeah. But um, maybe there's different kinds of popularity, yeah. But anyways, like are you in school, Aubrey, or you're done with school? Are you in school or you're done with school? Oh, a visit would be nice. A visit to the America would be nice. A visit to the United States would be nice. Um, that's what I'm asking you now, like about yourself, yeah. Are your name sounds very unisex. So are you like a man or a woman? Or both? Your name sounds unisex. So I'm curious, are you a man or a woman? So many places I also want to visit. Um, Definitely want to visit or in I think for I think I just have to visit New York, yeah. But America is not really high on my list of countries I want to visit immediately. If I can, or if I could visit countries, like I would not rush over to the US. First of all, the immigration process is too stressful. Like you can't just pop over for a visit without paying millions and millions of naira, and then um, you don't know if they're going to reject your whatever. I have a master's degree in public relations. I'm male, single, divorced, 42. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Aubrey. Public relations. Wow, that's an interesting course. Yeah. Um. Maisie, um, thank you for the advice. Thank you for the advice. But I've been talking to Aubrey, um, and he sounds like a cool person. I wouldn't know, but so far Aubrey has been respectful so far in our conversation. Maisie, but thank you for the safety tip. Thank you for the safety tip, Maisie. I wonder, do you know him? Do you know Aubrey? Let me know. Um, like, I don't know. I don't know why she said that, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we are all on a public platform, and the only thing I can say is that Aubrey has been respectful in our conversation so far, and he has been, respectful. That's what I would say. So I can't um, label him as a creep. Also, but either ways, I understand people that try to look out for other people. I understand them and I appreciate it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe Maze is just being, how to say it, protective. I think Maze is just trying to be protective and all of that. But if they look through the comments and the chat so far, they'll see that it has not been that kind of conversation we've been having. So um, yeah, just relax, I guess. Just relax. Just relax. Okay, so I was talking about public relations here, and like public relations has to do with like the media, or let me also say media, yeah, like kind of a media focus or media facing cause. Oh my God, Raji! Oh, Raji, I need to penalize you. I was thinking about you this morning, I swear. Where have you been? Oh my God. Raji, what you're doing is not fair at all. You can't just disappear. What happened? I hope you are good. I hope you are okay. I hope everything is fine, please. Oh, the way you just, disappeared. You always, the last time you showed up, you said you have been busy. Eh? Ha! Now, wow. Now, wow. Please, oh. Yeah. Now, that's how work is now. That's how life is, I guess. I just been thinking about, your absence. Thank you for showing up today, regardless. Do you have like a break right now? Are you on a break right now? Are you on a break right now? Yeah. Can't imagine how busy you've been. Well done, my dear. Well done. Try. So if you're on a break like this, you'll soon disappear. Even if you are busy, just say hi, okay? Just show up and say hi and go back to what you are doing. Just show up and say hi, so I'll know that you are still here. Can you imagine? Just 45 minutes. Ah, wait. What will I do now? 15 now, 45 minutes. Because now, if you go now, who knows when I'll see you again? Yeah. I'm so happy to meet you. Just stay here. Don't go anywhere. I hope you are eating something. You've had lunch or something at this time. By now, you should have had lunch now. It's like to 5, yeah, or something. You should have lunch or have lunch before you go back. Ah, what should I do? Today I went to read poetry, but I was having a conversation with one other person on the chat, Aubrey. We're talking about different things here, and Aubrey has been cool on the chat, as well as this person Naveen as well. Um, But either way, today is just an ordinary day. Why? Why papa milk? Are you not feeling well? Why will you take pap can make somebody fall asleep? Oh, pap used to make me fall asleep. Pap is corn. For people that don't know pap, let's say Aubrey still in the chat. Pap is corn, dried corn grounded into powder, and then we make it into this kind of custard with hot water and all of that. We drink it with like sugar and milk or whatever. So that's pap. They're very hot. So why are you taking pap and milk? Why? What's going on? You don't want to fall asleep or something? You don't want to fall asleep or something? How's your family? I hope everybody's fine. No? I hope. Anyway, if you're having a lot of classes, then that means like your work is going well now. Like people are showing up and you're getting a good, you're getting good gigs. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good sign. I'm happy for you. Um, Aubrey was talking about Aubrey is in PR, yeah, and I was asking Aubrey whether um, he works in media or something like that, yeah, that kind of job. It's like a media facing job, where you have to deal with the public for an organization, or you don't work with your degree, or you work with something else, like you do a different kind of job aside of your degree, yeah. Is that what you do, Aubrey? As usual, my network is breaking. But it is better. Like Raji, can you see the new things I've I've created like in my corner here? Now I'm no longer facing that side. I'm no longer facing here, I'm facing there. Okay, you like to just take it. So me, I'm not a fan of purple. And I cannot take milk. I'm lactose intolerant. So I only take pap when I'm feeling very ill and I don't have appetite for food, for regular food. Um, but anyways, look at my corner. I've decorated it. That thing is falling off. I don't know why, but decorated my corner, and now the sun is like my actual light. Which is better than the way I was sitting before. My network is slow, so I think I should wait and wait and wait a bit before I continue speaking, so that people can catch up to my conversation. 5 minutes break. Oh wow. Also, my chat does not lag like before again, where we get to 1 hour and it will start like not sending messages. Yeah, it used to now send messages, although there'll be a little bit of delay, but I'm so happy you can see it. The brightness is different. I did not even think about it. I was like, I don't know why I never thought about it. I think I was just more concerned about, being a very nondescript section of my corner, like of my area where, I'll be able to create my own space. And I thought the door was the perfect background, but the sun is it's coming like this, I think, or something like that. The sun is coming like this. So yeah, I've been having fun on my channel. I've been meeting a lot of wonderful people. Also, I think I just completed one new book yesterday. I don't know, were you around when I introduced Weep Not Child? I've completed Weep Not Child. I'm using Bluetooth headsets. I think that's also why the noise has reduced. I'm using Bluetooth headset. My voice is not so, I don't need to shout anymore like before. When I want you guys to hear my voice, I'll start straining my voice. So there's no longer too much strain on my voice when I'm speaking, because this headset picks up sound like nicely, yeah. I think I'm still working on my background, so I want it to be finer, more attractive, but I like that it's no longer just green that you're seeing here. Today I'm supposed to read this book here. This works of it. This poetry book here. I'm supposed to read it, but um so like oh okay, you saw the airport, yeah. Yeah. Like there's this particular person that is not here today, but like he said he used to stop by on the stream here. So one day he was like, okay, he's going to check out the stream, and then he stayed from the beginning of the stream to the end of the stream. A very cool guy. I thought like, is this not like Raji? But because you have not showed up, so I'm like, I'm not thinking about it. They're like, where's Raji? I hope Raji is okay, and all of that and all of that. Yeah. So I'm so happy that you showed up here today. Very very happy. Very happy that you showed up here today. I guess it's just part of the whole, YouTube thing where, like, when people subscribe to the channel, it's not as if they want to watch, they have to watch you all the time, every single day. But the fact that, they'll show up, occasionally and, watch and, have a great time and then, go their way. I feel like that's one of the fun parts of, growing a community, yeah. Yeah, happy I'm having the best time. Is that what you mean? Thank you for sharing in my happiness. Thank you. I'm happy like the way he's doing it. It's now like people will subscribe and then sometimes they'll stop by. Sometimes they would not stop by and that's okay. Yeah. Like before I used to think before I just had some kind of skilled idea about how the whole thing is, but actually this is what it is about. Yeah, it's not like everybody will always show up, and a lot of people are busy with their lives, but whenever they show up, I can like have fun with them, with you people here, with you, all of that. So I think I like that whole listen, just don't disappear for too long, I beg. No. At the end of the day, you are working, and work is good. It's good to have jobs, yeah. So I'm happy you're doing well. Actually, that's a very cool thing to hear from you. I'm happy you're doing well. Me so I'm happy for you. Um, yeah. But aside that, though, the whole work thing, shey like is normal? Is it based on the way people are plenty right now, the way your classes are plenty? Is that how it works around this time of the year, or like are you guys operating according to school calendar? Like is it university calendar or secondary school calendar, that kind of thing? So like now I think children are in school. This is first term, abi, and first term will end December. So is it like during holiday period for students you are freer than during and it's true because you were showing up a lot that July period where like children are on holiday. So yeah, you are freer during holiday period and then when school resumes you are very busy. That would make sense actually. That would make sense. Anyways, I was talking about something here in Nigeria and outside the country. Right. That makes sense. Hello, VD. Good afternoon. How are you today? Oh, yesterday I missed you showing up yesterday. Oh, yesterday that I completed that story, Weep Not Child. Oh, when I finished that story, I was crying. Christine was like, "Don't cry." Yeah, the times. Oh, that is true. I think it's mostly time zone that's one of the biggest issues about the host scheduling thing. Yeah. Oh, you have to adapt to time zones. I think that's a major contribute like a major factor that takes up most of your time. meeting up with different time zones. Wow, that is intense. From morning till night. God. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine, really. Yes, now you must watch. Go and watch the video of yesterday, so that you hear this. You listen to my story because that story made me cry so bad. Like I was crying, my face was red, but the story was too sad. Like I just could not help myself. In the midnight, no. I think you told me one time too about these midnight classes as well. That sometimes you have classes all night, and then even when you catch my streams, your phone will be low because you're using your all of that. So, I understand, but from morning till night, that one is a lot. But it's good. Let's just say it's good. It's not bad. At least you're having, you know, uh, jobs. It's good to have jobs. Let's just take it as a good thing. Just take it as a good thing. Really, you have to watch that video. You have to watch that because I was expecting you to show so I can hear the story. Yeah, watch it. You have when you watch it, leave comment for me so I know that you watch it and tell me what you think. Also, I think you're not the one that said so, but like you can read the book for yourself as well. I'm actually going to make a video of all the books I just completed. Like there are 4 books now that I've completed on my stream. Yeah, I'm going to make a video like summarizing everything. It's not be a live stream, to be a video. You get. So I'm going to make that video and I'm going to talk about these books. Yeah, it won't be so detailed like I was narrating every single one on my live stream. To be I'll try to pick out the bones of the book here. And so I'll post it as my reads for October. So yeah, I'm going to do that, but it's not be a live stream, to be a regular video. But watch that live stream and tell me what you think about it, okay? I need to hear your feelings about the story. Uh, so I've talked about so many books here on this channel. Like it's so amazing to me that I can share this thing that I enjoy reading books with you guys here. So amazing. Like it's so amazing. Every time I think about it, and I think the more I share my stories with you guys here, the more I talk about the books I read with you guys here. Yeah, everybody's talking about work. Oh my god, I wish you people like a balanced schedule, a work life, a proper work life balance. Because even my other subscriber, my friend Raj, is talking about classes. How can you be having classes from morning till night? That's insane. But at the end of the day, it's still a good thing because then you have a job, so it's good. Work has been kicking you behind. Please, you guys should take it easy with jobs. I beg. You guys should take it easy with your work. Oh, please, don't let the jobs suck you guys dry, of your energy and all that. Try to create time to rest. Raji, I know sometimes you can say some classes, you can just say no to some classes so you can rest sometimes. Don't let jobs like overwhelm you or take up all of your days. As much as it's a source of income, you guys, you need to live life, yeah. um yeah, anytime you read the book, you can always talk to me about it. Anytime you have free time to read the book, then you can still bring it up. I'll talk to you about it, whatever you get from your own personal reading of the book. So I was talking about how fun it is to share stories online on my live streams here, because I feel like that thing is also increasing my confidence to an extent here. Because now when I speak to people about certain things and I want to narrate anything, I notice that there's a level of peace inside of my chest when I start to narrate the story. you know First of all, I experienced it last night when I was talking to my neighbor, and I was talking to her, and she was listening to me. Yeah. Before, whenever I narrate things to people, I have so many companies to audit before we close for the festive season. That's true. That's true. End of the year, like hustle, hustle, hustle. Everybody wants to close up. Everybody wants their books to be in order before they end the year. Oh, Oh, that makes sense. That's very that makes sense. In fact, you can read it during the holidays, yeah, when you are free. Like I'll still listen to you talk about it and your ideas about it. Fourth quarter. I want to tell you, Nigerians, when you are working hard, we used to say well done. So well done, VD, for your job. Your job, well done. Well done, Raji, as well. Well done, you guys. Yeah, you guys are doing all on the stream. Yeah, you don't have to, yeah, but I'm happy that you show up at all. Very grateful for that. Um, so I was talking about how um what I do on live streams now, it's helping me, to know how to properly communicate with people like around me now. I didn't know that I knew that I had this issue with speaking with people, yeah. Especially when I had a story to tell. I felt as if stop, stop. I felt as if I like first of all maybe they will not care to listen to me. I don't know why, but I just felt they would not want to listen to me. Second of all, I felt as if I needed to get to the point immediately, just go to the point. What is the point of the story, Like all those kind of pressure. But now when I'm on stream and I'm talking about my books and the stories I read there, I see first of all that people settle down and they are listening to me and they're following the characters and it's like, oh, that is how to tell a story, and I feel like it's going to improve my video, like making videos about books now. um Before I used to feel so pressured to get to the point of whatever book I'm narrating as a vlog or something, yeah. But going back to, I swear, I said, see, if you pay me money, say, hey, go back. I will say no. I don't want to be a teenager again in my life. I never ever want to be. Never, never. I won't be bored. Me bored of books. No, 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 no. Especially when it comes, it's not just books being boring. It's about conversations around books. I don't think I will ever be in a position where I will say like, no, don't tell me about this book. No, no, no. I will drop whatever I'm doing and I will listen because I care about how people perceive or read books, what people get from books that they read. I care about it even more so if it is a book that me and that person has read. Yeah, it's like, tell me what you think. I want to literally open your head and see how you feel about this book and absorb it into my own head and show you my own thing too. So it's like, yeah, it will not be boring when you talk about it. Whenever you talk about. And also, when people talk about how adulting is hard, yeah, I read it and pick up different. Right. We even had one conversation about poetry like that. Your insight is very great. I think and it's very valuable. So I want to hear from you. Actually, so many things in that book that I touched on yesterday, like so many things that like they were not like spelled out in the narration or through the story, but it's something that if you are reading, you definitely pick up on it, yeah. Then, and I want to see what you say about that. Raji, the book we're talking about is this book by Ngugi Watengo. Raji, I'm sure you've read a book by because we used to have him in our secondary school syllabus here in our curriculum here. We used to have Ngugi's book as textbook for English classes in our schools. Yeah. Even this other guy, Jonathan, that used to show up on my stream, my subscriber, he says he read Ngugi Weep Not Child. My dad said he read it. I read it. My cousin read it in secondary school. I read her book. This book, The Black Hermits. That's another very popular book by Ngugi. We read it in secondary school. So the book is not here, but the title of the book, Raji, is Weep Not Child. I'm sure you've read it. I thought you read it too. If not child, I didn't read it, I guess, but in secondary school. But everybody around me that I've talked to about the book, they said they read it one time or the other in secondary school. So yeah, when I was even reading Ngugi's history, do you know that at some point here he gave his work to Chino Achebe to read for him? He gave his script to Chino Achebe to read for him. I think because he was kind of he needed somebody to. I think he was not the way the Wikipedia the biography puts it is like as if he needed an expert eye on the script, and he gave it to Chino Achebe, and Chino Achebe actually I think read it and I think uploaded it in a way that he was able to, or edited it for him in a way that was able to publish the book. And I was just like, God, how many people did Chinua Achebe meet in this life? Oh my God. Oh my, I say the next time I have money, I'm going to look for Chinua Achebe's like books and thank you. If you do that, I really appreciate it really. I'm going to look for Chinua Achebe's books. Yeah, I don't know if you know this guy Chinua Achebe. He's a Nigerian. He was, he's late now, but he was a Nigerian author, writer, speaker, essays, everything. Yeah, like he was supposed to win the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature. Yeah, but it went to Wole Soyinka. So anyhow, I feel like Chinua Achebe deserved it. But anyways, Chinua Achebe was like we he was instrumental in our like foundation learning. We all read Things Fall Apart. They're like a collection of stories, yeah. But the most popular book in the set is Things Fall Apart. My dad read it in when he was in secondary school too. He used to say it in this acronym. He says, um, when things fall apart, the people are no longer at ease. Like it's 4 books, no longer at ease, things fall apart, a man of war, something like that. There are 4 books in that collection, and I want to have all of them. I want to have all of them. So, anyways, I'm going to put my eye down for Chinua Achebe's book whenever I go to buy books this period. Now I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen, yeah. Um and then what else? More of Ngugi's books as well. I'm going to buy it, or is it deleted or what? Because most African authors were deleted to erase our history. No. Chinua Achebe actually like had courses, like he held classes in American university. Same thing with Ngugi as well. This author that I'm talking about, this book, Weep Not Child, he also taught in a job like a university in America. So he taught. So these authors I'm talking about, like Chinua Achebe and Ngugi, they both lectured. They had courses, and that they were in charge of in American university. So they can't erase it. Though. It's not erased. They are like giants, yeah, of literature. And something about Ngugi that I was reading in his Wikipedia was that he was very invested in Africa's literature being recognized as a whole, you know, with white or gray hair. Yes, that's Chinachi. No. White hair, gray hair is Wole Soyinka. That is different. That's the one that won the Nobel Prize in literature. It's the one with white hair and gray beard. Like this, that's Wole Soyinka. That one is very popular too. I think I've read only one of his books. The Gods Are Not to Blame. That's Wole Soyinka's book. And now, when you think about The Gods Are Not to Blame, I think it's a remake of a Grecian story as well. It's like an African remake of one Greek story like that. The Gods Are Not to Blame. Or I don't know if that one is based off of Wole Soyinka's work, but Wole Soyinka wrote The Gods Are Not to Blame, and that book is a classic. But that's the only work of his that I've read. Chinua Achebe though, his own is very, he's also an African, big wig here. And his books too, we all read it, like we had to read it to pass English. Like it was recommended in our schools, and they also ended up, teaching in foreign universities, abroad and all of that. Ungigi was somebody that focused, that really for his entire life, yeah, he wanted Africa's literature to be like one of the pillars of English, where people would study. Of course, people study Chinua Achebe's work, like foreigners, in their school, in their curriculum. They also study, and I mean foreign, I mean Americans, and even some British universities use Chinua Achebe's work in their curriculum as well. Yeah, and Ngugi's work as well is also in like curriculums of universities abroad, like American universities and English universities. Yeah, so even European, like Ngugi is far reaching, because he also writes plays. Yeah, The Black Hermit is a play, is a play. I like is a play. That's what they call it now. That's not what they call books that are plays. Yeah. So Ngugi is like, but he wanted. I feel like it already exists, but it's not too much in the general like popular conversations. Africa's literature, you understand? And me too. When I was growing up here, I read so much African literature. I don't remember titles anymore, but so many books I read. by Nigerian authors and other African writers. Yeah, um, I read them so much. Then when I now decided, okay, I want to write something. Yeah, I wanted to write something. I was like, I'm not going to write like an African, writer. All this, the skin, the gray, the sun, the clay, all of those things. I don't want to write like that. Yeah, and I don't know why. I think I felt that way because, I was just bombarded by that conversation that um, African style of writing has to be this way. You understand that it has to be this way. It has to cover such topics. I just felt that was an illusion I was working on. That for the fact that I write, anything I write is going to be African first, yeah, because of what I am, because I am from Nigeria, So obviously, anything I put forward is going to be first perceived as African writing, regardless of what it looks like, yeah. So I don't need to worry about this thing Nigerian great author. Don't worry, when I look, you keep. I'm not a keepsake. We stop calling something you keep there. Well, anyway, when I go to the market here and I go to my plug that sells used books here, I'm going to ask him about most African authors. To be honest, here they sell them as textbooks in bookstores because we are still reading them in our schools. So they will sell it like a new book. They won't sell it like used books of like maybe foreign authors or whatever. But aside Nigerian authors, I'm going to put my eye down for African authors when I go to the store. Even African authors too, they will still sell it like textbooks because most African authors are recommended to us in our schools as textbooks. Black Hermit was secondary school. One of my cousin in, I think she was in SS1 or just three. She had to read it like compulsory required reading. And that's what required reading. Wole Soyinka's Gods Are Not to Blame, required reading. Chinua Achebe, Things Fall Apart, that whole set, required reading. Buchi Emecheta, The Joys of Motherhood, required reading. So we have so many required reading like Nigerian authors here that I read, and I read them because I wanted to read some. So I went to the school library, I borrowed all of them, I read them at a sitting at once. So all of those books here, very important, very and then Baba Segi's Wives, those that book too is very interesting, required reading as well. So I feel like I'll put it in my mind anytime I go to get books here. I'll ensure I get African authors, Nigerian authors as well. I don't get the one I've read before. I'm focusing more on our very big authors like that Wole Soyinka and Chinua Achebe. I think There's another person. There's also this book we read by Cyprian. Cyprian Ekwensi was also very, very, very popular, like because he wrote this collection of books, Eze Goes to School. Yeah, Eze Goes to School. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it was one of the textbooks we had to read. And that's interesting, though. That's true, though. Like in our school system, yeah, Nigeria, we read a lot of Nigerian authors. Though. We read. It's just now I'm thinking about them. We read Ralia, the Sugar Girl. We read Eze Goes to School by Cyprian Ekwensi. We read, I don't remember the author of Ralia, the Sugar Girl, but Ralia, the Sugar Girl, if you ask any random Nigerian in our age range and just say, have you read Ralia, the Sugar Girl? They'll say yes now. Because like we had so many, no, yeah, that's cool, that's true. And I'm remembering it now because if you go online, like on Twitter, because America is kind of the center of social media right now, yeah, they talk about, their own literature. We also read Romeo and Juliet, we read Shakespeare, but we read it as a specialized study. If you were in art class, you study things like English literature, you study all of that. But if you were not in art class, you wouldn't have to read all of those classic Greek and English authors. You wouldn't have to read those. That's how we divided our secondary school, our high school into. We have science, we have arts, and we have commercial classes. Yeah? So what I would have gone to art class, but I was chicken. I was like, I don't want to go to art class. I was feeling some kind of embarrassment. I don't know, shame, even though I'm a reader. Yeah. Oh my God, Raj, I'm so happy you spent time with me today. Bye bye. Enjoy the rest of your your work, I guess. And please eat something solid so that you don't, get exhausted. You have to eat something solid. I'm so sorry. You have to. You can't just take pap and milk. That is not enough calorie count for the kind of work you're doing. Especially since you're expending a lot of mental energy. Please eat something solid. It doesn't have to be a binder. Just something. Okay, okay, bye bye. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay? So what was I talking about? I was talking about how we have different classes here. So I was feeling very ashamed about my desire to do English or to read books. I knew I just wanted to read books for the rest of my life, yeah. But I was ashamed of that desire because what does that translate to? What does that translate to? But I think um for English students, art students, they were recommended Shakespeare and other like Jane Austen, what other Charlotte Bronte, all of those things. Those ones I managed to read all those books because my dad, in his time, his secondary school system was that they have to read everything. Exactly. I only was exposed to African literature in university, and my life changed because in secondary school we were pushed to learn about North American and Europeans. That's the thing. That's the thing. I was talking about Twitter here and how people just make references to the literature they read in school, and most of the literature that they read is what all these North American, European, classic writers or classic authors. But for us Nigerians, it's hard for me to make references like that because they really bombarded us with Nigerian authors in the mark. I don't know about now, but that time, hey, we had so many books we had to buy. African authors, Nigerian authors. It didn't matter whatever country in Africa we got the books from. We get. I think I've even read something from South Africa too. I read a literature like a work, a textbook written by a South African as well. So like we've read we read a lot of African authors like so the only thing now that I feel, you say that it is university you're exposed to African literature, yeah. The only thing now I feel is that now I kind of want to retrace my step back, you know, to the sense that I want to now read all of those European and North American authors, their works, because it is part of the, popular zeitgeist, and I just, want to be able to connect, with other people because through this, knowledge of their writers and all. But then again, if I think about it, yeah, I can also connect. Again, that's another way my thinking might be limited. I'm not aware of, but I can also connect with other, authors through African literature because I know, all of these our African authors were great and all of that. Yeah, they taught in European and American schools, like universities. So it can't all be lost to history. Also, one of my favorite authors in the world, like the person that has the my heart in their hand as an author, is Toni Morrison, yeah. And one time I watched one interview from like with Toni Morrison, yeah, and she mentioned Chinua Achebe, and I swear to God, my head wanted to explode. It was like, are you fucking kidding me? What do you mean Toni Morrison knows Chinua Achebe? And it was that period where like African Americans were fighting for their rights. They ended segregation and now they were moving towards, not being, not experiencing, systemic racism. Yeah. So Toni Morrison was one of those voices. I know Toni Morrison won a Nobel Prize in Literature as well. So she was mentioning, for her to mention Chinua Achebe, it just made my head explode. Wait, and it was not like 2000 or something, it was 1990 something interview. So as my brain was just like, wait, Chinua Achebe in this conversation. Toni Morrison looking up to Chinua Achebe, like, I don't know how it feels. It just feels so amazing. I don't know how to explain it, but it just felt beautiful. Do you understand that? Like I was, people that I admire at the end of the day. That's what I was talking about saying, like I was saying, oh, I want to learn more about not North American and European authors here. That's what I was talking about, like because I want to connect with people from that area with true literature and all of that here. But it's like they too might also want to connect with people from my side, with my the literature created by my kind of people. You understand? So there's no need to just like shut down the ideas of expanding in my own expanding my desire to read more African works. Like the feeling was like my head exploded. I was getting like I was literally like vibrating. Like, what do you mean? You know, what do you mean? Like, because obviously she spoke about him in this sentence of saying like she read him and she respects him and she's listening to what he's talking, because Chinua Achebe spoke a lot about the British presence in our country. His writing critiqued them. You get, his writing critiqued their presence. His writing critiqued the way they were using the missionary, the way they were using religion, to colonize Nigerians at the time. Yeah, his writing spoke about it, and he presented it in this way of like, look at what you are doing. He didn't present it like, oh, you are bad, or no. He just raised up a mirror with his work, and he put it in the face of the reader. So that kind of self, like when you see yourself in the mirror of somebody else's words, there's a kind of you know discomfort. There's a level of discomfort that can create within anybody, yeah, to see yourself so starkly represented by a stranger, you understand. But when she and I think that is kind of also what, not exactly what, but it's along the same vein, of what Toni Morrison was trying to like speak about in her work, with her work, and all of that. And I was like, wow, okay. Wow, okay, this is what it means to be a stan. You get this is what it means to like idolize a public figure, yeah. I guess I'm a stan, yeah. I guess I'm an actual stan, yeah. Like, oh my god, it was just like beautiful in that moment. I was like, and most of the time I just think when people like go all crazy and insane for music artists, like people that sing, musicians, singers, I go crazy too, but I go crazy like a performance, like, oh, everybody likes this person, so it's like, yay, I'm excited about this person. But that deep, that bone deep, so deep kind of insanity. Yeah, it's true. It's weird. It's very weird. It's very weird. So something about Chinua Achebe was his ability, to take ownership of our stories as a people. He was very, 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 like, his works. Oh my god, his works. And now that I'm an adult, I read his works when I was a child. I want to read it as an adult. I want to see, like, that I've become so conscious of a lot of things here. I don't want to, like, the way I will approach his writings would be so, I feel it would be so impactful on me more than how I felt about it as a child when I read it here. And when I read it for school, to pass an exam, I want to read it like just to read. Okay. So I was talking about how, like, if I, like, people go crazy about musicians, they're singing, and I'm not saying I don't go crazy about musicians, I do, but there's a different kind of craziness I feel whenever I encounter like Toni Morrison's work, or I encounter an interview, or now I listen to interviews, through interviews of David Foster Wallace. When I see Chinua Achebe being spoken about, when I read about Ngugi's life, it's like I want to scream from the rooftops and like buy all of their merch, but they are not, that's not who they are, that's not how they are. Yeah? Their whole system is not like that. All you can do is just read their books and digest what it is they are telling you, and also present your perspective into the world, put it out into the world, and it's like, yes, I can do that. I think I can do that. I will try to do that. I don't know if I can do it perfectly, but I will try to do that here. So I don't know. It's just like a very wonderful feeling, yeah. All of that to say, all of that just to say, I guess I've spoken about what I was feeling. I've expended a lot of energy as well. So I'm happy, I'm happy that you spent time with me today. I'm happy to see, my subscriber that I've not seen in a while, Raji. I'm happy to meet Aubrey Sneed. Thank you for spending time with me on the chat and talking to me and being respectful, for listening to me talk about my mental blocks and all of that. Yeah. So I guess I have to go now. It's been fun chatting with you. Vidi, thank you for spending time with me today. Um, yeah, I wanted to not come online today because I was like, let me just give myself a break between each day. But I was like, I have a lot of energy and I feel like there's something I have to say. So I'm so happy I came online because if not, I wouldn't have met Raji today. Yeah? And then I would have been able to talk about this whole thing that we're talking about. It's so important for me. It's so important for me to have this conversation. Anyways, yeah. So. I don't know if it's my network that is breaking or something, but either way, thank you for spending time with me, and I will see you in the next live stream. I started a new book. It's not new. I tried to start it a while back, but I'm reading Mary Shelley's Frankenstein now. So once I get past the opening notes of the book, yeah, I feel like I can start to talk about it on my live stream. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Okay. Bye bye. Bye. I hope